Peter Mahalik, as well as murder suspects and his accomplice for the multi-murders of Vlakfontein of the Khoza family. This is in the backdrop of 7 bodies found in the house on the 29th of October 2018 in Vlakfontein. Remember, the 72-hour turnaround has been much improved. A first culprit, where the lawyer was shot, was arrested in first hour after the crime has been committed. And the second one was arrested same afternoon. So even before we could begin to count for 72 hours. So that is almost the same with the murder of the Vlakfontein, where our police are pushing the bar even within the 72 hours. That's why we are really commending them. Tremendous progress has been made in the KZN by the political killing task team since the formation of the new team in July 2018. 46 people have been arrested with several sentences. As the SEPs, we will continue to work hard to bring these types of killings to an end. While we are satisfied with 49 convictions since August 2017 to date, we are still concerned that this caliber of criminals are being granted bail. To this end, we are working very closely with the Justice, Crime Prevention and Security Cluster to ensure a drastic reduction in granting of bail to these violent criminals. We are confident that with these interactions, we can secure more speedy conviction and lengthy sentences in such cases. I want to applaud our new and improved Crime Intelligence Division under the leadership of Lieutenant General Jacobs for sterling work they are doing together with the multidisciplinary teams that are on the ground sourcing information and ensuring we intercept these cash in transit robberies while they are in their planning stage. I'm making this point so that you don't ask your famous question. The famous question of the media is the crime intelligence working? So that's why I'm making this point, so that you don't come to that question. That question is answered now. I can report that we have made significant inroads in breaking the backs of the syndicate involving the CIT robberies. While we are satisfied with the progress, our fight with these criminals is far from over. As I've said, that's not yet out of the woods. On the 1st of November, we launched the 2018-2019 annual National Safer Festive Season in Port Elizabeth under the theme Operation Quiet Storm. Many people are asking what kind of a storm that is quiet. We'll explain when we get time to explain on that one. But the storm is quiet. That's why it consumes many people, because it's quiet and unnoticeable. Which is aimed at making South Africa a safe place during the festive season. Police will conduct nationwide operations, and every town, village and township will be painted blue until at least the end of January 2019. The focus will be a visible policing and conducting special crime awareness and prevention operations. Some of these operations will be the cluster operations, where you find everybody within the cluster. Where will be your national defense, where will be your SARS, where will be your home affairs, where will be your prosecutors. We are not going to tell where and when, but those are the kind of operation that we'll find. You're moving around in South Africa won't just be the normal moving, but it will be a lot of safety that we're trying to put among and between the South Africans. And we want also to create a very safe shopping season. And as people are shopping, preparing for their festive season, want to make sure that they do that with safety, with confidence, with the forces around them and working with them. To further ensure we create a safe, secured environment, on Friday, the 2nd of November 2018, President Cyril Ramaphosa launched the anti-gang unit in Hanover Park. This was in line with the National Development Plan 2030. Therefore, further demonstrating our commitment as South African Police Service, ensuring that people of South Africa are feel safe, such as we have done in Westbury, in Sophia Town. Last Friday, not the very last, the other Friday, the officers here and the police who took a visit to Westbury, we had a walk around. We're very quiet. We invited no meter, though one person from one channel, they found us because we found them on the roadblock. And they asked us, why didn't you tell us? I said, so that we can find you on the roadblock. At 9:45, there was a young woman walking with her child alone in the middle of the street at 9:45. But we went to another saloon that was still open at 11. And they said all their lives have been closing at 6. It's the first time since the intervention that they can trade until 11 p.m. Which means the peace and normal life of the people of Westbury and other places where we're making interventions is coming back. It is evident through the numerous success mentioned that we are stabilizing the scourge of cash house robberies, and that we will continue until we win the war against the criminals. I saw you somewhere, Malungelo, yeah, so you smiling. Now you can listen. On another matter making the international news, 2 Danish citizens, Anna Britta Nielsen and her son, Jimmy Hyatt, have been arrested. Anna Britta Nielsen, a Danish woman, was wanted in Denmark for fraud of 247 million Danish crowns. 247 million Danish crowns. Help me God, how many rands are those? On the evening of the 30th, 2018, Hyatt was arrested by the SEPs at Oaru Tambo International Airport on his one-way ticket trip out of the country, with 5,000 rand cash was seized from him. On 30th October 2018, 2 diamonds were found from his bags that were delivered by his associates. He appeared in Kempton Park Magistrate Court on the 1st of November 2018. His case was postponed to the 8th November 2018 on the 5th of November 2018. Nelson, this mother, was arrested in Sentin, was it last night? Yes. In Sentin, an amount of 648,700 rands in cash was confiscated. She appeared in Randburg Court and her case was postponed to the 8th of November 2018 for extradition hearing. Arrest of this nature also serve as a warning to all other people who commit crimes and seek refuge on our country. South Africa is not a safe haven for criminals. I would like to commend the team that worked tirelessly to ensure that no stone is left unturned until suspects are brought to account. The SEPs shall continue to collaborate with international communities in fighting. So that's why there is an officer from Denmark among ourselves. So because we were working with them on that. It's a bizarre story how it happened. When we met the journalist from Denmark that gave us the story. I'm told that the South African police already have been tipped by the Interpol, but then the head of the Hawks took it from there. That is 2 weeks. That was 2 weeks ago, and here we are with the matter. In conclusion, allow me to wish all Hindus a very happy Diwali. I understand that fireworks form a integral part of the celebrations. However, I want to appeal to all users of fireworks to do so in a responsible way. There was a line here, but it's wrapped, it's no more here, this line. The line was, I think, was talking about giving all Hindu South African police members relief, but the line has been removed, so it can't happen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, the members of the media, National Commissioner, and all other officers.
Minister, thank you very much for that address. We now move to a second segment of this media briefing. We will take question and answers. I'm going to request members of the media to please introduce yourself and the media house you are representing. Malungelo, you'll be 1, 2, 3. Anybody else from the side before we move to Cape Town? We won't be coming back to Pretoria. Okay, we'll take those 3 questions in that order, please.
My name is Malungelo Boy from ENCA. Minister, if you look into the crime stats that you released in Parliament, we've seen an increase in transit heists. It's clear that this is a problem that you're battling with. Are you winning it? The number stands at around, in terms of the stats that you released in Parliament, the number is at 258. Are you winning that? And also in terms of the police arrested in Brits, you spoke about high profile arrests. Can you also just break also down these high profile arrests you spoke about? My third question is about you the police officers, you recalling, asking the retired or the police officers that had resigned from the service. Why are you doing that? What is there a need for that? Please explain to us. Thank you.
We are asking what they call the re-enlistment.
Good morning, Minister. Generals Khehla Pretorius, also from ENCA. Just, you spoke about the arrest in Brits. Of the 237, how many police officers and metro police officers form part of these arrests? Thank you very much.
Third question.
Morning, Minister. My name is Tanda Michael from Power 987 News. I'd just like an update on the legal action you've taken against the Public Protector. I know earlier this year you took a report on the alleged failure of the SAPS to protect whistleblowers in the Umzimkhulu local municipality. So I'd just like an update on that legal process.
Anyone else from Pretoria?
Alex Mishi from News 24. Just to carry on Gerard's question, we know that at previous briefings you have said that the infiltration of criminal activity with police, especially in terms of the CIT heist, is quite bad. Have we seen a number of internal investigations in terms of police that might be involved in the heists, and how many disciplinaries have there been? How many people have been dismissed? Are we cleaning that up as well? Thank you.
Thank you very much for those questions. We'll now move and take the responses. And our next set of questions will come from Cape Town. Minister, over to you.
Okay, most of the mathematics will be done by the police here. But I didn't get your first question, Malungelo. Are you saying, are we increasing or are we reducing when it comes to cash heist?
Minister, if you look into the stats, it shows that you're not winning this war. That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
Or you yourself, you didn't listen to the statement? Surely you didn't listen to the statement. Can I repeat it, just that portion, Malungelo? As from the 1st April 2018 to 4th of November 2018, 118 cash heists in transit robberies have been recorded across the 9 provinces, compared to the same period last year of 184 cases recorded. 2017 registered a difference of 36% down. Do you get that one, Malungelo? Do you get that one? Do you get it? So it's 36% down, not up, of the same period. 118 same period, 184 So it's not the figures that we're proud of, but nonetheless it's 36% down. So I don't know where do you get the idea of no reduction. Maybe winning, yes, not yet, but reduction, yes. So that's one. The Commissioner will come to the reinvestment, and police arrested, I'm sure, would be that one. Tando, you just got out of the briefing, but fine. The matter is still on the legal processes. It has not been finalized. My team has taken that to the review. Maybe until we get the final outcome of that review, we would not talk much about it. But it is definitely being reviewed. Well, the internal investigation of the police, I know that some of these police have been sent to court themselves in prison for a very long time, but the Commissioner will be really working on the mathematics of the police.
Thanks very much, Minister, for the opportunity, and thanks as well to media for the questions. Maybe it might just be important to indicate and substantiate on the question of winning or losing. Maybe it might be important to mention that while we might not be winning, but we are not losing, because the media statement suggests we are not losing. The reinvestment, it's firstly a national and international practice. All police agencies throughout the world, they do look at the capacity they have within their communities that might have left the services while they still love the job, but at the same time also still loving their countries and they want to serve. I just want to mention therefore that in the South African Police Service recruitment strategy, there is provision for reinvestment, but it goes with screening, and it's not necessarily people who resigned, but it's mostly people who left the service, and they left the service with their integrity, with their reputation. We don't just take anyone. So it's an official provision made. When it comes to the numbers, unfortunately I will not be able to give you the numbers accurately by now, but in the investigations there's quite few numbers that include metros who were arrested, and as well as numbers of police. I think the minister has been out on media before, that also include myself, about numbers we arrested in the Eastern Cape. It was 17 at a go at some of police, but there's also quite few numbers that we have arrested, but we can make those figures available, not necessarily at the present moment. I also want to further confirm that all members who are arrested or who are found to be allegedly involved in the heist, their internal investigations start with immediate effect. And we've got numbers which has been dismissed, and we've got numbers which are on suspension, but we've got also numbers, few cases that are on internal investigations. The exact numbers can be provided in future. We will not be having now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister and National Commissioner, for those responses. We now move to Cape Town for your questions. Please, can you just follow the same suit of your name and the media house you're representing? Cape Town, over to you.
There won't be any questions from Cape Town at all.
Okay, very nice. We'll take one set of questions from Pretoria before it brings us to the end of our presence today.
Alex, again from News 24. Commissioner, I just want to quickly find out, With these type of investigations against your own members, do they take place once evidence has become available, or are we being a bit more proactive? For instance, are we doing perhaps lifestyle audits on SAPS members? Because that might be a much more proactive way to quickly find out who may or may not be committing crimes. Thank you.
Good morning, Barry Bateman, Eyewitness News. My question, I think, is directed to General Libia, and it's unrelated to what we're discussing here, but you might be in a position to assist. There was an announcement, I think, a couple of months ago on the ongoing investigation in the state capture, and I think this might be a competency of the NPA, but you might have an answer for me. Is the ongoing negotiations with our colleagues or in Dubai in terms of the extradition of certain suspects who are found to have been in that jurisdiction, are you in a position to provide us any update related to that? Thank you.
Is there anyone else from Pretoria before we close? Okay. Thank you very much for those questions. We'll take responses and it will bring us to the end of our business today. Minister, over to you.
Well, again, the Commissioner will answer. But it's News 24 is across the board. The question of lifestyle audit. It's a call that the President has made, and the police have committed on that for the lifestyle audit of the members even before. The Commissioner will give us figures, but I know that the bigger portion of the people that have been checked through the lifestyle, our members are in Arutambo. So we've got quite a big portion of people that have been checked there. There will be obvious reasons why we start there and moving on the other one. But as a broad policy matter, Commissioner may be coming to specifics, will help us on that.
Thanks very much, Minister. Maybe let me just start by saying, through the turnaround vision of the organization, I have already issued a directive as early as January that the HR policy framework be reviewed in the organization. And that review process has been done to include both vetting as well as lifestyle audit. So it's not a process that it's happening by chance. It's by design and it's part and parcel of the direction. Secondly, I think the minister has indicated that when the president pronounced on lifestyle audits, he also acknowledged the South African Police Service as the first department to take the move. And finally, there are two projects that are led by CI. The one is on vetting and the one is on lifestyle audit. They are continuous. So that proactive part is there. There's a further proactive part on the anti-corruption strategy which was launched in June. We also have an ethics committee that deal with such conduct which can tarnish the reputation of the organization. But then the anti-corruption strategy also assists both criminal and departmentally to deal with these matters. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. With regard to the status of the investigation as indicated as a state capture, I can confirm that our investigators are working closely with the National Prosecuting Authority and other role players. Without unpacking what is happening, I can only indicate that we dispatched senior officers to the country that you have mentioned to participate with other role players. I think that will suffice to show the seriousness that we are putting in this matter. Thank you.
Before you close, I would like to pass my thanks to the Minister of Police in Denmark, who has, through the officer, sent his congratulations to the South African police for the good job that they have done. Pass our to Danish authorities. Thanks.
Minister, National Commissioner, and General Libya, thank you very much for your responses. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our business this morning. Have a great day further. Thank you.